vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
My Johnson showing hole. Wait, let me stop for a second, because you know what? It was years ago, it's been years, that I was channel surfing one time. You know, back in the days where people had cable, because I haven't had cable in eons. But surfing those channels, and you would come across the filming of the British Parliament, and them jokers would be wilding. They'd be swinging on each other, screaming and yelling. And I was like, oh my goodness, they over there clowning. And, you know, we always had more class than that when you would see Congress or the Senate on television. So now we have become like them pretty much, because the only thing we haven't started doing is people swinging on each other. But I guess that's what's coming next. So anyway, here we go. Take it away, Al Green. And that's the Republicans shouting him down. But he's not going to stop. Watch this.
And won counties in our country, 2,700 to 525. On a map that reads almost...
Wait a minute. So when I first saw this and I saw Trump go, I was cracking up. He was like, baby, J.D. Vance back there, he looks like he is completely aggravated. And Mike Johnson, definitely. They're like, oh, Lord, here they go clowning.
Almost completely red for Republican. Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever. Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded. A 41
Oreo!
jump.
Lay down! I'm gonna throw something at you. Stop!
Members are directed
Oreo.
to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
I said lay down. Lay down. Stop. She gotta get the last word. She always gotta get the last word. That's my Yorkie poo. Oriana, stop. Lay down. Okay.
Any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Get him out of there. And then he's always waving that stick, and that's why I'll be cracking up when, what's his name? Another YouTuber that I follow. What is his? I'm drawing a blank. Benny. I forget. Oh my gosh, what's his last name? I forget. But anyway, he calls him the, what does he call him? A Batman villain. He's holding that stick up. Reminds you of like the Penguin. Remember the Penguin on Batman? And he's always, I'm like, put that stick down before you put your eye out or somebody else's. Always got that stick flying up in the air. Put that thing on the ground before you fall down on the ground. Because that's what it is, his walking cane. Crazy head sucker. Out. Baby, they're mad at him. Look at them. Oh, they're mad. Get your rude self out of here.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Ain't nobody cutting Medicaid. Sit your ugly self.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order.
Get him.
Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Get your old walking cane. Out. 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 Still yelling. Still yelling. Just such an idiot. Who's that?
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions, a record to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
Indeed. And we are happy. Uh-oh. Hit the wrong button. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Look at this. So, so in general, the Democrats acted a plumb fool during the president's speech. They could not control themselves. They want to double, triple, quadruple down on the foolishness. They have no leader. They have no plan, no message. They are still stuck on stupid, still doing the dumb stuff of whatever Trump does, we're going to do the exact opposite. Whatever he does, we're just going to shout it down and just cut it. But they have nothing to offer at all. Nothing to offer to compete with what the president is saying, as usual. So that's why, they're not relatable. The American people, that's why turn thumbs down on you. Y'all ain't got nothing. And while they criticize the heck out of him, he's been in office all of a month and a half, I think, at this point. And they want to come with accusations. He's not doing anything to bring down the price of eggs or rent or blah, blah, blah. Why is the price of eggs so high? Why is the price of rent so high? And why are we having all these economic problems? Because that's the way y'all left it. You all left it that way. And now because he doesn't wave a magic wand and fix it in a month and a half, you have a gall to critique. You make yourself look like idiots. The American people see you plainly for what you are. See, they have completely taken their masks off. They've been masked up for the longest. Not really, but, kind of, sort of. Masked up, hiding, And then you get to a point, you're screaming and yelling, acting a fool so much, you done forgot to keep your face hidden. My mom called it, you throwing rocks, and then you hide your hand. They do dirt and make it, and then turn around and act like, I didn't do that. So while you're criticizing the president for not having resolved, it took y'all 4 years to file it up. So he's supposed to fix it in a month and a half? He did that with the border. But other things, the economy does not work like that. Okay? Use your brain. Use your brain. No, don't use your brain. Keep staying stuck on stupid, because you'll never get a presidential candidate back in office again at the rate y'all are going. Anyway, let's see what else we got. I want to look at some of the comments that Democrats have. Some of the comments that they have given for why they could not show any amount of support. See, this is what happened. So, at the joint session of Congress, President Trump, within his speech, he honored a few different Americans. He honored the mothers of 2 young women who were killed by illegal aliens. He honored a young lady who was an athlete and was playing a sport with a man who was claiming to be a woman, who hit her in the head. She suffered an injury because of this trans woman, and she ended up having a traumatic brain injury behind it. He also chose to honor a young kid. Well, he's 13. His name is DJ Daniels or something like that, who has battled with a brain tumor. So he honored these different people, and as he did so, because their hatred for President Trump is so intense, the Democratic side, they all sat on their hands. They were sitting there playing with their phones. They were yawning and rolling their eyes and all of that foolishness. And they could not take the time to stand up and show some support, give some applause to people who had endured some extremely difficult things. And because of that, they looked inhumane. So yeah, let's listen to some of the excuses that the Democrats gave as to why they couldn't show any support for these people.
After President Trump's address to Congress, I decided, let's just keep Johnny here. So I sent him to the Capitol, peacefully and patriotically, of course, and made him talk to Democrats.
Senator, how's it going? Johnny from Fox. What could Donald Trump do that'll make you clap?
Thank you very much.
What could Donald Trump do that'll make you clap?
I did clap when he said that the United States had supported Ukraine and given them lots of
Well, why not for Laken Riley's mom?
So that's Pocahontas. She's an idiot. And yeah, the vast majority of them, they clapped for Ukraine, which is wild. They can't do anything to support American citizens or America, but when some foreign nation is mentioned, then they get up and applause. Inhumane.
How was that speech last night? Did you love it?
Well, I watched it. I don't think that was the best look for our party last night.
Very disappointing.
So you didn't stand up for anything?
The president got before the American people, didn't talk about how he could drive down grocery prices.
Senator, why weren't you standing yesterday for anything?
Very important hearing right now on anti-Semitism.
But you didn't stand for anything at the speech last night.
I don't know what you're talking about, where you got that information.
Well, there was nothing
Girl, you're on
the president had to say.
Laken Riley's mom,
either
you didn't stand for her.
Factual or truthful or anything like that.
We applauded.
You don't think it's worthy to stand up for her like everyone else?
We should applaud.
I need you to move.
Congressman, why didn't you stand for the speech?
Have a good day. I need to go to a meeting.
80% of the American people, according to CBS, loved the speech.
Again, I don't think with the United States.
Are the Democrats out of touch?
The United States of America. Forgive me for going here. Forgive me for being out of breath.
I don't know what speech they were watching.
They were watching the president's speech, Senator.
Really? Wasn't worth watching.
Why was Al Green so disrespectful?
You got to ask Al Green.
So I just pulled up to Congressman Al Green's office, went inside, see if he wanted to talk, because he did a lot of talking at the joint address, but they shooed me away. They said, we're not talking to Johnny. What was wrong with those Democrats? They couldn't stand last night?
Well, I think people got to see the difference between conservative Republicans and liberal Democrats. Liberal Democrats are miserable people.
I bet their butts were sore sitting that long.
Why do you want men and women's sports?
Whose office was that that's covered in Post-it notes? Look at this. AOC. Why is she allowing all this Post-it notes?
Why do you want men and women's sports?
Therefore, I
Senator,
need to go. Aloha.
Why do you want men and women's sports, Senator?
Aloha.
Thank you.
Congressman, how are you?
Okay, thank you.
Congressman, why should men be in women's sports?
Shorts?
Sports. Why do you think
They should not be in shorts.
I do not know that is true, so I'm not going to say yes or no.
you don't trust the Doge findings?
I don't really have an opinion on that. And I work in a business. I think it requires, we don't have to have an opinion on everything.
Do you have an opinion on Jesse Waters?
Oh yeah, I wish I had his hair. Yeah. And my dad's a big fan.
You need to get away from him.
Congresswoman, did you like the speech last night?
Thank you so much for hanging out with your girl. I'm going to continue to find some more things. There were some other concerns that I had this week, and I'm going to track those down and film my response. So I will be back. But you all take care, and I will see you next time.